Sweet, savoury, juicy and ridiculously easy. This is my pork and apple meatballs. Into a mixing bowl we're going to place in 400 grams of pork mince. And then we're going to use a fine side of a box grater and grate in one apple. Try and get a nice sharp variety. I'm using Granny Smith's. It's got a nice balance of sweetness and sharpness, so perfect for this recipe. Next we're going to chop up around a tablespoon of fresh tarragon. If you can't get fresh tarragon, you can use dried, just use about half the amount. And we're going to place that straight in the bowl, and then we're going to crush in 1 clove of garlic. Next we'll place in a tablespoon of whole grain mustard, or you could use Dijon mustard if you like, and then we're going to add in 80 grams of breadcrumbs. After that we'll crack in 1 egg, give it a good season of salt with roughly around 1 teaspoon, and then a good grind of black pepper. When you're mixing, you might find that your mixture is a little bit too wet. If it is, then just add extra breadcrumbs. Use the measurement as a guideline. It doesn't have to be exact, because those breadcrumbs are going to absorb the fat that's in the pork, they're going to absorb the moisture, the juice that's in the apple, all the mustard and other stuff we've added in there. So basically you just want to add it until you can hold it and it forms a nice shape like that. Next we just need to shape them. So just take nice amounts of meat and roll it into balls. It's up to you what size you want to do it. I like mine roughly around that size, and I'm aiming to get 10 to 15 out of this batch. So just place them onto a plate and then we'll move on to making the sauce. So from this point things are going to come together pretty quickly. So we need to do 2 things. One is put a pan of water and salt it generously, and that's to cook our pasta in. And then we're going to place a saute pan or a frying pan over a medium heat, ready to cook our meatballs and build our sauce. Drizzle a little oil into the saute pan before placing in the meatballs to brown off all over for around 6 to 8 minutes. They don't need to be completely cooked through at this stage, but once nicely browned, remove them from the pan. Place pasta of your choice. I'm using spaghetti into the cooking water and cook until al dente, following the packet instructions. We'll then reduce the heat under the saute pan and add in 2 finely diced shallots. We'll cook for 3 to 4 minutes until nicely soft, and then add in 2 cloves of finely chopped garlic and cook for a further 30 seconds before pouring in 250 millilitres of dry cider. Next we'll add in 150 millilitres of chicken stock and a tablespoon of whole grain mustard, before returning the meatballs back into the pan and simmering gently for 8 to 10 minutes. Turn the meatballs occasionally until they're fully cooked through and the sauce has reduced slightly. Then we can reduce the heat and add in 150 grams of full fat creme fraiche and another handful of freshly chopped tarragon. Try not to allow the sauce to boil at this stage or the creme fraiche might split. Next you can add a little squeeze of lemon juice and season to taste with salt and black pepper before removing from the heat. So that's our meatballs and sauce ready, and so is our pasta. So we'll take that from the heat as well, and then we're going to transfer our pasta directly from the water, a lot of steam, into the pasta sauce, taking a little bit of that pasta water with it, and then we're going to mix it through. And then the final step is to stir through a couple of handfuls of fresh rocket and just allow it to wilt gently off the heat before serving up in bowls. To serve, place the pasta into the bowls, top with the meatballs, and then you can finish with a little bit of fresh rocket, parmesan or lemon zest if you like. So there we go, pork and apple meatballs, and it looks absolutely delicious. So let's give it a try. Actually, I need photos of this, so we will grab the pan. Sauce is great, creamy, mustard, cider coming through nicely but really subtle, and the meatballs are soft and juicy. Also with that sort of tang from the mustard, but the sweetness from the apple, but not too much. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.